I'll try to remember these lyrics. But before I sing something, I just want to give a little bit of a testimony. Austin was talking about like the dark places he's been in. There's many of us here, we've all been in a dark place, and I was too at one point. There was a time in my life where I wasn't sober for more than a few days, for years at a time. We go out here in the world and we search for things that are temporary fixes that only the Lord can fulfill us and fill those voids in our lives. And we get on the enemy's path for so long, and then we end up being somewhere we're like, how did I get here? It's because we weren't leaning on God. We were leaning on our fleshly desires. We were leaning wherever the devil took us. I spent years on that path, but all it took was one moment to come to this altar, for God to take all those years of pain and depression, anxiety, and all the temporary fixes and all the sin that I went through. It took one moment to come and say yes. For God to turn it all around. That's the powerful God that we serve. That it just takes that one moment. And I have to give him all the glory for it. I want people to look at me, see where I've been through, and say, only God can do that. And people who have been through, whatever your story is, whatever your testimony is, the Lord wants to use your voice for it. Don't ever be ashamed of what you've been through. Don't ever be ashamed of the trials that you've been through. Because it says, consider it pure joy, brothers and sisters, when you face trials of many kinds, because it produces perseverance. So use your voice, because this church, we need to hear Gary, we need to hear the word, we need to get fed. But there's people out there on the streets that's dealing with the same things that we had when we were living for the world. And they need to hear your testimony, because it'll give them hope to know that we serve this kind of God. Something that'll reach down in their heart and touch them and be like, man, maybe those church people were right, and they need to hear your voice. They need to hear your testimony, because you overcome the enemy by the blood of the Lamb and the words of your testimony. That's how you overcome the enemy. You can overcome the enemy in other people's lives because of what you stand for and the God you serve and what He's done in your life. People need to hear it.
That's good. That's good.
This song, my friend Clyde that we done ministry together, he had me learn this for him, and I'm sure most of you all know this, but he just passed last week. But this song's been on my heart because it's like a part of my testimony, so I'm going to sing it. People said I'd never make it, I'd never see it through. They don't know what keeps me going. I guess they never have